Johnson Attorneys Group, protecting the rights of our clients and their families.
So a lot of people will look at my website and they'll form an opinion, and usually it's the same opinion. Every law firm looks the same. Every website looks identical. We've all had successes and we've all represented our clients well. However, the one thing that sets me apart is the difference in the way I interact with my clients. The one main importance is that at the very beginning of the case, we build a relationship of trust. And I will talk to clients for hours. In fact, last night I was on the phone with a potential client for around an hour. And that's what happens. You have to formulate that trust with each other. And that way I'm able to represent them the best of my ability. They understand. And so that's really the difference. Once you get to know me, you understand that I really care for my clients. Almost practically every night I get a text from someone in my team or a call, and they're on the phone with a client late at night and they're asking me what I should do or what we should do. And so I have to remind them that, remember, there's family time. I have to remind them, there is balance, but that's what's going on with the firm is there's excitement. We want to help the client. And so we do everything that we can to push that forward. And if that means taking a call late at night or texting the client late at night, that's what it means. And so what I've always loved about this type of law is that me and my employees all have an empathy towards our clients. We're able to stand in the shoes of them and understand, because I've represented so many clients, thousands of clients, and I know their situation. And so I'm able to get in and I'm able to, with my vast experience, I've been able to help them get through this because I see it. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. They may not see it, but I see it, and I'm able to provide that extra help. So one of the joys that I have, even with uh, having so many difficult type of cases, is the end result. When I have a client call me and thank me because they don't have any more pain, and thank you for this big check that they just received, and that really keeps me going, because that is what I've always prided myself on, is to take care of my clients and make sure that they get the best results. And in that order, because we could get a bunch of money for them, but if they're still hurt, the money comes and goes, as we all know. And so it's very important that we were able to take care of them, and that end result really is helpful, and it helps me keep going. I believe that the first thing they see when we meet is that we care. And, they're just not a number. They're not the person who pays for the advertising. We care. Everything else doesn't matter. What matters is they are hurt and we need to help them, and that we are going to treat them like family. And I'm going to represent them like I'm going to represent my mother or my wife. And that is what I feel that I portray as I am meeting with them, because that really is who I am. I think probably one of the first is we treat one another like family and our clients like family. Other values obviously are hard work, loyalty. You know, we are we're dedicated, and we're gonna ride through this wave together. And so that, oftentimes I'll describe, when I'm talking to a client on the phone or in person, I'll describe that I'm kind of like the eagle. As you know, eagles kind of, they're overseeing um, down below. And so what I am is I'm that eagle to the client, and I'm able to guide them through the whole process. And I think that helps. So, one thing that I have been doing, especially in these last 10 years, is I have been encouraging a lot of my team members to further their education, either go to law school or go get a master's, or if they haven't graduated, get that bachelor's degree or whatever certificate. And so I believe that as we improve as a person, then we're able to help our clients even better. And as we improve as a person, what will happen is JAG will be better and they will lead, the employees will lead better, the teamwork will be better. And at the end of the day, the results will be way better for our clients. One thing that we've done over the years is we kind of have a book club. And so every couple years, and it's not very often because we're all busy, but every couple years I find a really good book and we will read the book as a firm and then we'll sit down and we'll go over it together. In fact, the last time I remember we were sitting, we went to the beach and we had, breakfast and we had a discussion on that book. And oftentimes it is, it's to help improve us. We read Mindset, other books like Good to Great. There was one book I remember we read, and what it did is it asked us to get out of our shell, not to be complacent, not to be comfortable. And so what I did is I wanted to be a good example for the firm and the employees. And so I told everyone, I said, okay, I'm going to get out of my shell. And I joined a choir. And I've never been in a choir before. And I joined a choir and it was like a Christmas concert. And then I ended up doing it for 4 years. But that showed the employees, look, we don't just go home and watch TV. You don't want to just be complacent. We want to be better people. And so that's kind of how we are here at JAG. We always are striving for the best.